officially closed, so no one can leave now. Welcome to this wonderful celebration of science, technology, and business. And I'm very happy to be here and very nervous for the startups that we'll be presenting and that I had a privilege and honor of working with. I'd like to welcome all the people in the audience, wonderful partners who made this possible, but I would certainly love to give a round of applause for the startups, because today we will be celebrating the application of science and technology into business. I must say that I have a very particular soft spot in my heart for science, but my professors usually said science is only about curiosity and finding out the truth. Those startups found out the truth, but they also know how to apply it in business. Well, we are in Gdańsk, and I'm from Gdynia, but I must say that I like this city very much. And I would like to say congratulations, first of all, of hosting a wonderful program among many other programs that support businesses, and congratulations because there is no other place in Poland to ride a bike in the morning, and I can confirm that. So, since we are in Gdańsk, I would like to have an honor to give the mic to President Andrzej Bojanowski from the city of Gdańsk that I've just complimented, and trust me, it comes rich. I'm from Gdynia. Thank you very much.
Welcome. My name is Andrzej Bojanowski. Like I was presented. If you are nervous, what I should say, because my English is not so good like here, but I will try to explain maybe a few my feelings about our city, but about this what's changing, what's happened here in Gdańsk, and I think that your words was very good. I'm proud of this city too. Not only for that I'm vice president and responsible for this activity, but I feel that this city changing. We have a lot of history. We have more than 1,000 years old age, but we transfer to new technology into new life. And that's I feel. Sometimes I don't understand it. At the beginning of this meeting, I explained that 2 years ago, that was 2 years ago, when we start discussion about space agency and locate this agency here, I thought that it's crazy idea. What we should prepare in space activity when we are here, and we now should build new roads, new schools, new infrastructure, because we are so many time after our friends and after our neighbors from other part of the Europe. Now I think, and that was the moment when I try analyze this market. And for my, I was in this moment when I try analyze and saw that more than 11 or 15 companies working in this area made a business, not start, not think about it, but prepare the products, prepare the activity in this area. That was a very interesting impulse for me to analyze what we should prepare in the next step. And that was the moment when we tried to discuss about startups. Now I think that Gdańsk is open for this idea, because it's a city of freedom, and city, not freedom, connect with war and fight, but freedom. That's we mean open mind. We think that we are open for all citizens, all people who would like to come here, who would like to discuss with us and try to build a new ideas. Yesterday was the first time when I heard interesting words, that startups, it's not what's changing, and something what's interesting in startups process, and people who are interested in building startup environment. That's one piece of this activity is connect with everybody, passion. People thinking about building something at the beginning don't know too much about the future, but they are full of passion of this to preparing this activity, and that's the most important moment in this place that we would like, and we try, and this accelerating process which start today in a Space3ac. That's we find a person in administration, because City of Gdańsk is not only here to welcome you and to say that we are interesting and full of passion city, but we sponsor that. We invest the money, public money, to create this event and to create this possibility to build this activity in this area. We find partners like Technology University. We find a partner like Maritime Academy. We find partner in all companies which are public companies responsible like this place for building the good atmosphere and good climate to create a new kind of business, to open for new area. And I hope that everything what we try to do for your success in the future, it's only beginning. That we, after this experience, prepare the next steps and next money, because it's necessary to spend for that and to prepare the possibility to create your passion in your project, and in the end, make a business. Thank you very much. Welcome in Gdańsk.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I remember some time ago, Wojciech from Black Bears VC asked me would I be willing to do a few workshops with startups. I said yes, and then he said it's going to be about space technology. And then I thought, okay, I'd rather do something interesting with those startups than just watch The Martian and Interstellar and Gravity. So they proved me that they can do very interesting things with space technologies. But I'd like to welcome to the stage now Krzysztof Kanawka from Black Bears VC and Thomas Tange from Space Tech Partners to tell you a little bit how it all started, because those acceleration programs started somehow in the minds of those people. And later on, we will hear from Wojciech Drewczyński and his perspective on how things started. Guys?
Thank you very much. My name is Krzysztof, or Chris. I represent Black Bears VC in this project position. And
I'm Thomas from Space Tech Partners. Good morning.
okay, so we will give you a short introduction on how the project position has started, what was the idea behind the project, and why we wanted to do it here in Poland, and why it was important also from the European perspective. So, first of all, it is very, very important to mention here, although I think that most of you right now might be aware of this fact, that Europe is building its own GPS system, which is called Galileo. This European system, it has several different unique features that are different in comparison to the Russian or American satellite navigation system. And it's financed and it's created by all of the European Union countries. So this is important. However, Poland, which is one of the countries which has contributed to creation of Galileo, unfortunately has not benefited from the introduction of the system greatly. There are several reasons which I will talk about in a second, but let's then move to another thing which is very, very common to Poland. Unfortunately, when we talk about innovation, whatever you understand as innovation, then very, very quickly when you think about Poland and innovation, you understand that the results are still very, very low. There are numerous reasons. I will just say a little bit about this, but just take a look. This is 2014. Poland is one of the last countries in Europe in that list. 2016, the result is almost the same. Not that much has changed in the meantime, although we hear quite a lot about different projects and different schemes. Still, the effort, a lot of work has to be done. And this is all associated with several different problems that are here in Poland right now visible, especially because we have very, very little investment in the research and development activities, both from the academic, scientific, and institutional side, and also from the commercial side. There has been noted a very, very big decline in innovative companies that have been able to create something interesting and introduce it to the market. This is the situation that we have also seen it. And then it has resulted in a situation in which the new product, the new innovative product on a global scale have resulted in a decline of sales, which means that simply other countries, other companies are benefited and they have a better, stronger position on the market. We also have another problem, which is very, very important. This is below European Union average level of investments in technologies. Still, although we hear quite a lot about investment funds in Poland, still a lot of work has to be done. So how to do it? How to change that situation? How to change all of those problems that that also affect the space sector and also affect the the satellite navigation part. It is to contribute and is work on all of those advantages that are right now present in Poland. So, for example, we have the big market here in Poland. We have great needs, starting from the infrastructure programs, that were mentioned by Mr. Bojanowski, that we need new roads. But do we need just infrastructure, or do we need the modern new roads? Do we need some modern infrastructure? Some of those things have to be created, and the time is really right now for introduce some of those projects. At the same time, we have a space sector right now. We have heard about Polish Space Agency. 5-6 years ago, it was a completely different situation. Right now, we can start utilizing that knowledge that has been created, that has been used mostly for the scientific terms in the past, to use it for the market. We have a great number of universities, technical universities, really great number of graduates that are also interested in pursuing their own careers and looking for establishing their new businesses. So all of it contributes into one fact, that there is right now in Poland probably the critical mass that it can change the situation, and it can change the situation related to the technology. So that's how the project position has been created, as an idea to change the situation in that particular field of using satellite navigation, and in that particular field of introducing satellite navigation to the market. So how to support the commercialization process, how to help identify projects, how to help them into getting to the market and finding the possible niche, and finally, how to identify proper funding schemes so that they would be able to go to the market with proper funding and start in a proper place where the competition might not be that much. We were very happy to hear in 2014 that our project has been accepted, and that the European GNSS agency, the GSA, is our mentor. It is the project under Horizon 2020 scheme, one of the pan-European research and development activities. The project started in January 2015, and it's scheduled to finish in December 2016. Our officer, someone who's helping us from the administrative side for the project, is a lady from Poland, Justyna Radelkiewicz-Musiał, who has connections with Poland, and because of her we were able to introduce some change, introduce this project and help and start developing this project. So there are two partners in the project. One of them is Space3ac Partners. I will just give in a second the microphone to Thomas for a few words of explanation. And the second one is Space3ac. Together, we are working on this project. So Thomas?
Yes, we later have a presentation on Space3ac anyway, so I will be very brief. The pictures you see at the top is our managing partner. He's sitting here in the front. He works with many startups. He has a very large network, so I would say to all our startups, do have a chat with Rainer later on. But we are specialized in doing consulting for the space sector, and we have a particular focus on innovation and finance. That's why we were very happy when Chris contacted us to work here together with a Polish VC and a Polish consultancy to start a position. I think I'm very happy with the results we have achieved over the past months. So I will be very happy to see the position startups demo later today, and make sure that you beat the Space3ac guys.
Okay. The other partner is BlackBerry VC. This is the investment fund which already has a history of successes in technology field. This field, of course, was a first step for BlackBerry, so lots of new things have to be learned by us. The part of the team is presented here. There will be later presentation about BlackBerry, so we could hear a little bit more about in detail. However, joined together, we had the good team that could work here. So what has happened is that the project has been split into 3 parts. The first one was the mapping phase. So we were learning what's going on in the Polish satellite navigation sector. Where, if there are any good ideas, any good projects, any good commercial products that are available on the market. The second part was the interaction. We started communicating and contacting the identified projects, asking them for if they're interested and they would like to receive support from us, and also to interact with stakeholders. And the third phase was the support phase, during which we were working together with those teams and those projects and those companies and academics groups we have identified, so that we could help them to get to the market. Our Horizon 2020 projects have the requirement of having something after the project. It cannot happen in such a way that after the project finishes, we just go home and that's it. So what we want to do, we want to establish on the basis of the experiences of the project position to continuously support initiatives related to satellite navigation, so that they would have a higher chance to get into the market. One of them is the Space3ac accelerator. This is again our first step to understand how it could be done in a continuous manner. Just in a few minutes, Wojtek will will present a few words about the Space3ac accelerator. Okay, so let's talk about numbers. When we started contacting all the groups in Poland, believe me or not, we have probably reached over 1 million recipients over different channels, online, traditional media, radio, TV. All those recipients have been received of our campaigns about position projects. We have been present at over 25 events related to technologies, also use of technologies. For example, banking sector. For example, administration. For example, discussions about infrastructure, to show what might be interesting how we could use satellite navigation. And in result, we have contacted 168 interesting projects from Poland. That has far exceeded our expectations. In the beginning, we were expecting that there would be nothing more than dozen, maybe more than dozen of projects that would be done in Poland. And then it turned that it's not that in Poland in reality. There's over 150 projects with whom we have contacted that did something more or less related to satellite navigation. This is a nice value, and it really shows that there is a very good, some good activities can be done in Poland. From them, we have selected 2 projects for the support phase, which contributed into meetings, workshops, individual consultancy, and some other ways of supporting, and all of it culminates today in the demo day. So, as you can see, you can try to imagine that this was our process during the project. From a great pool of ideas, projects, concepts, academic work, industrial work, we have been doing the down selection of the ideas based on the relevance to satellite navigation, the willingness to cooperate and to look for additional support, motivation of all of those teams, and really interest in pursuing getting to the market, and finally, all those things related to business and of course money. So maybe it's not very well seen, but there are some examples of communications and outreach. There was a meeting with the ministries in October last year, so also the government was aware on the Polish scale, was aware of what's going on with the project position, and this was very good establishment of a very good interaction with the government. We had several events, as you can see on some of those pictures. That's already me and Thomas presenting some of our ideas and some of the works related to position projects. They were also done outside Poland, so there was already an interest and questions about how does it go in Poland. Is it really worth establishing such activities? What are the results, and what would you expect? We have engaged several different stakeholders. This is just the most important list of stakeholders. Definitely, there's much more of them, and we had lots of good discussion with them. We have done the analysis of the Polish market. We have split it into several different niches where satellite navigation is very important, and it starts to be a very important part of the developing business. For example, agriculture, for example, surveying, for example, maritime. All of such sectors we have analyzed to see what might be the opportunities. In one of our reports, which is publicly available, we have identified over 70 companies that already are doing something in this sector. They might not be visible, they might not always be associated with the space sector, but they always have that space component of satellite navigation and an understanding of satellite navigation. So it is already something going on in Poland, more than you might be aware of, and more than you might think is going in the background. So the market is already developing here, both from that preparation of this supply side and also from the demand side. We have done the analysis of the Polish industrial capabilities. Some of those companies that are present in Poland, they came from outside, so which means that they are foreign companies which established their offices. Some of the other companies, they are those ones who have created themselves here, based on the knowledge and based on the demand. So it's a very nice, interesting mix. On top of that, the business associations, the Genesis domains, clusters that are also important players here. All of those things are very important to the sector. There is one report which has a public version, which is openly available, and I encourage you to take a look at this. So, in summary, what we have found is that definitely there is a market here in Poland for the satellite navigation applications. There are already companies looking for pursuing the projects related to satellite navigation. We have attempted to create the link between the community, the stakeholders, the startups, and investors. This is why also we are here today, because this is one of the examples of the link between communities and interaction between them. This is a process that we definitely want to do continuously. We see that this is a growing market, and there's a growing need for activities in Poland. And I hope that this demo day will be a successful one. So thank you very much for the attention, and well, I wish good luck to all the teams. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This demo day already is a successful one, and now I'd like to welcome on stage Wojciech Rewczyński from Space3ac and Jarosław Bożechowski from Interhorizon, who will talk about Space3ac.
This is not the right presentation.
Okay, but the right person on stage.
Yes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Wojciech Rewczyński. I'm Chief Innovation Officer in Space3ac. And I would like to tell you how our acceleration program was tempered. Everything started 12 months ago. Can you? No? Okay. So I will just say something without the slide. So everything started 12 months ago. And Space3ac is a really complex project that couldn't be realized without support of our partners, with support of City of Gdańsk, public agencies, great startups that applied to our program, and that were brave to start the startup journey. So our mission was to make better development of Polish space industry, connecting startups that get great ideas and challenges that was provided by state companies. So at the beginning we tried to create a business purpose to all of these activities. Space3ac was totally different than the other acceleration programs hosted in Poland. We got specific topic, we got experience from position virtual acceleration program. We convinced startups to come here for 6 weeks in Gdańsk and work really hard. We provided them support of great mentors, place for work, additional workshop for dirty job, and also accommodation and catering. So they just could spend whole time working really hard. But realizing Space3ac, we just saw that it's a part of something much bigger. So we prepared very simple process for each person that would like to start his or her journey in space industry. So each person can easily check when they should start. So for example, the first step should be some kind of hackathons. On the next step, they should apply for competitions like Galileo Masters, and finally come to Space3ac. But it's not the end of this path. As you can see, there is fourth step that we are working currently. We would like to bring to Poland Business Incubation Center of European Space Agency, hosted here, also in Gdańsk. This will take some time to realize this dream, but we are working really hard in cooperation with Krakow to deliver this to Poland. Okay, let's get back to Space3ac. Opening of our program was in the Ministry of Economic Development, and that was the first time when Polish government opened any acceleration program in our country. Minister Emilewicz said that in the future, space industry may be a really important part of Polish GDP. So we realized that we are doing a very important job. We got 20 partners on the opening. Blackbird Venture Capital provided 2 million zlotys in pool of investments and 50,000 zlotys for the best team from Space3ac for further research and development activities. Our application phase wasn't so easy. We spent a lot of time on meetings and conferences. We were in 29 places in Poland, but also in Germany, in Bremen and Reutlingen. We visited 3 hackathons and spread a lot of information in social media and press. So we got almost 1 million recipients of our marketing campaign. Here you can see a couple photos from the places that we visited. It was really hard work, but it was worth of our time because we get 54 applications from startups from 8 countries. So we get applications from Pakistan, from Italy, also from Germany. It was something really big. So the decision who of these teams should get their ticket to acceleration phase wasn't so easy. We asked Incubator Starter for some help. They prepared preparation camp, and during that preparation camp we just watched how teams are working with mentors, how they are cooperating, and which of them should take a place in the acceleration phase. So finally we selected 8 teams. This place, when we are right now, was the headquarters for these teams. So they worked here for 6 weeks, really. They also made a couple of visits in the other places and the other cities. They work with 30 mentors, and they get support from Space3ac team of 9 persons. So here you can see some of our mentors. Most of them are really world-class experts in space industry. So here you can see a couple photos from acceleration phase. The teams visited Pomerania Special Economic Zone, but also visited O4 co-working, where was the hosted our workshop. They also were a part of O4 birthday. Learn a lot about how space industry is working, how to cooperate with the international mentors, but also how to operate with Polish Space Agency. They also gained a lot of technical knowledge. Learn how to sell and make the marketing, so it was very useful in customer acquisition. They work with really world-class experts. For example, Professor Scott Madry from Global Space Institute. Thank you very much, Piotr, for preparing our startups. We also had one great public speaker, Mateusz Krański, who is right now working with ISA. So, at the end, 6 of 8 teams graduated from our program, so I think it's a great result. They had over 200 hours of workshops with mentors. Some of them made pivots. So pivoting is something that is strictly connected to the startups, but their new ideas you will see today in a couple next hours. Startups also get support from European Business Angel Network and to learn how to cooperate in the international society of startuppers and investors. But it's not the end of our journey and adventure. We would like to continue this program in support from Polish Agency of Entrepreneurship Development in Scale-Up program. We would like also go global and spread our experience to the other countries, at the beginning to the Baltic states. And of course, we are working very hard on bringing here a business incubation center of ISA. So cross your fingers, not only for us, but also for the startups. At this moment, I would like say thank you to all of our partners. Without them, this program will never happen. So please make big applause for all of our partners. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will keep our fingers crossed. And so now you know how it all started, but it all started because a lot of partners contributed and helped. And those are the City of Gdańsk, Pomorska Specjalna Strefa Ekonomiczna, Black Pearls VC, Blue Dot Solution, Interhorizon, Agencja Rozwoju Przemysłu SA, Polska Agencja Rozwoju i Przedsiębiorczości, ESA, ESRIN, Gdański Park Naukowo-Technologiczny, Polska Agencja Kosmiczna. Ja mam tu jedno pytanie od mojej przyjaciółki do Polskiej Agencji Kosmicznej. Creotech Instruments SA, O4, Gdański Inkubator Przedsiębiorczości Starter, ITTI, GMW. Brawa jeszcze raz dla wszystkich partnerów. Big applause for all the partners. And some of the partners will have some time to present themselves right now. So now I'd like to welcome from Agencja Rozwoju Przemysłu Mr. Michał Fieduk, who will talk about those innovations.
Thank you very much. I'm very pleased to be here. I would like to present in a few minutes a complex program for support of space technology sector in Poland that was proposed by Industrial Development Agency and the office that I'm representing, Office of Development and Innovations. Why such institution like Industrial Development Agency is interested in space technology? You may think that it's usually connected with some big companies, connected with mining or something like that, and restructurization. But since few years, we also have a part of organization that is connected with innovations. And generally, our aim is to change the industry and to make it more developed, more high technology. And for us, the space technology is the place where we should put stress to get really effect on the whole industry, not only in this sector. So generally, the people that works in the space industry are one of the most qualified, and products that they produce, innovations, generally are then used not only in the space industry, but generally in the whole economy. Here I listed also some factors that are important for us. It's national security and European Union parity. We are the government-owned organization, so this is also very important for us. At the beginning, before we set up the program, the name was mentioned at the beginning, we talked with many companies from the industry, to many institutions that participate in them, and tried to define problems in which we can help the market. Here are listed most of them. They're also mentioned in the previous presentations. For us, the most important one was that the market is rather new in Poland, and also is rather small because it's also new. there's a lack of investments and investments in promotion of the sector, because it really exists, and from next few years it will be growing up fast. And maybe something that is also important here is listed at the beginning, that the needs of the public users are really not defined in the long and medium term, which is very important because in the rest of European countries that have developed the space technology sector very well, these public users' needs are very important. They generate huge demand in the market, and in Poland it's not like that it should be. So we'll just influence on that to propose to make such to define the medium term and long term needs of the public users. We accept the challenge, so there's the something that we propose. This is the complex program, and I will just point some our recent activities of this program, which are maybe most important and most recent. I've mentioned the problems. I will maybe skip this two slides because there are similar topics that were mentioned before. I will just point out the most important things that are taking place right now. The first thing is investment in people, so generally in people and their qualifications. We have set the internship contest together with the Polish Space Industry Agency. There will be 12 internships for 6 months in Polish space industry. All the data connected with the employment, recruitment, and terms and conditions are given on the website of Space3ac. We are providing the 60% of the cost of the internships. The rest is on the employer, and most of the companies are from SME part of the industry. They're also listed on the Space3ac website. And maybe what is important that this contest is taking on right now. The deadline for applying is in next Friday, so only 8 days left. So this is the first activity to develop human resources and generally invest in people, which are very important for this sector, their qualifications. The next, our activities are connected with creating new businesses, and that's why we are here, because as it was mentioned, this is the best way to create new businesses in Poland. So all the acceleration programs that are taking place, we will take part in them. We also support all the efforts to set up the Business Incubation Center of ESA here in Poland. This is something that we'll do in the future, and we'll probably participate in such in a consortium, but it's something that we'll do in the future. We're also considering that if it will be too hard to do it in the near future, we will set up our own business incubation center and then try to transform it into big ESA. Third part are the promotional projects. We also support different projects and report generally the support for Polish space industry during different events. For example, European Rover Challenge or ESA Industrial Space Days. We also support projects connected with mapping of competencies in space technology sector, and something that is maybe too similar that we want to do is Space Technology Report, that will show not only to us but generally to the industry that the space technology sector is is developing, and it's a good place to put money on in the near future. Last part is financial support. Financial support that we want to give to the market. We are joint stock agency, so we cannot donate the companies. We have to invest, and we assume that every year we'll invest around 5 million zlotys, and it will be equity financing or possibly also debt financing if it will be needed. So the financial support, but this financial support has main goal just to create a group of companies connected with the space technology that will have different competences, but together they could create some bigger projects than everyone separately. Here this group is called ARPA Space, and as an example, what should this group be capable of in the next future? For example, producing their own components for integration of small satellites, be able to support the process of harmonization of satellite data for needs of public users. So generally the idea is to invest, but invest in such a way that the competencies of the companies will support each other in to build bigger projects in the space technology sector. And that's all I would like to say. If you have any questions, we will break later. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. There will be time for networking and the questions. And now I would like to welcome two more apparently very, very important and important indeed partners. Mr. Maciej Krzesiński from Pomorska Specjalna Strefa Ekonomiczna and from Gdański Park Naukowo-Technologiczny, Magdalena Jaśmina Zwierz-Janiak. Yes, that's the time when you can applaud.
Hello, my name is Maciej Krzesiński and this is Nina, my colleague from the Pomeranian Special Economic Zone, and we would like to introduce some of our project and some numbers of our company. What is the Pomeranian Special Economic Zone in numbers? This is over 2,000 hectares located in 13 subzones, and the most important is Pomeranian, of course, region, and we have the over 560 hectares of the areas. And the next one is Kujawian-Pomeranian region, West Pomeranian region, and the Great Poland region. We offer, of course, preferential conditions of running business activity within the Pomeranian Special Economic Zone. We would like to launch the new business, we would like to launch a startup, so we are here. Our president, of course, is Aleksandra Jankowska, vice president Andrzej Marsz, and there are the very good team, and they are the person which are who have a big knowledge about the new project and about the introduce a new project and new business. The task of the Pomeranian Special Economic Zone is undertaking actions which promote economic activity in the zone, of course, and the next ones I will not read the next one because it's on the slide. But what's the more important, we have some international activities. For example, one of them is Polish Belarusian Chamber of Commerce cooperation. The main reason is to raise the life standards of citizens of Polish origin living in Belarus, and we support the volunteers and the leaders by training the entrepreneurship, and we try to launch the business not only in Poland, not only in our special economic zone, but in Belarus too. We have two clusters, and one of them is a Pomeranian education cluster. It's very important because we try to connect the knowledge with the business. We know that it's very important because, as you saw on the last slides, on the last presentation, in Poland it's a very big problem to connect these two areas. And next one is maritime cluster. It's very special for me because I'm from the maritime area. So I think that if there are any companies which connect with the maritime sector, I am for your disposition. And the next project, big project, is about the port of new technologies. There is a very innovative project. We are located in Gdynia, in area of the shipyard, Gdynia shipyard, and there are areas for the special economic zone, of course. For the new companies, there is constructor park for the engineers, and the ongoing project which we launched and we are just now do. It's Baltic Blue Biotechnology Alliance. It's a project from Interreg Baltic Sea region, and we're still working on it. There is approximate budget of this project is over 3 billion euro, so we think that it's one of the biggest programs what we do just now.
It works? It works. Yes. Hello, hello again. I would like to welcome you here in Gdańsk Science and Technology Park. First of all, I would like to say that we are very thankful that you chose our park to host this special event. Why Gdańsk Science and Technology Park is so important and why its role is so important? It's because it's part of Pomeranian Special Economic Zone, and the possibilities that Pomeranian Special Economic Zones gives to the park are so crucial. The access and the ability to easily transfer to business. And the park gives the possibility to startups and to small and medium enterprises to cooperate and to cooperate with investors and with huge enterprises. Gdańsk Science and Technology Park gives you the cooperation of scientific institutions and enterprises. It gives the development of the local system of innovation, biotechnology, life science, space, and knowledge of transfer. It supports small and medium enterprises. It's national and international cooperation. It's networking possibilities and specialized conferences. It's development programs. The Gdańsk Science and Technology Park is called the so-called Golden Triangle because it's the perfect example how local business, local government, business, and science can work together. And actually, it works. Well, you can ask why would you have to choose Gdańsk Science and Technology Park to host your business here? Well, we have offices, we have production storage, we have laboratory space, high tech, we have technology incubator. Right now we have 4 companies in there. We have data center, we have, as said before, we have Polish Space Agency and Space Accelerator. We have EduPark, which is education center for children and youth, and we have EduLab, and we have also kindergarten for the kids of our workers. We have conference and training center. We have virtual offices. Right now we are having 195 companies in the virtual office, and we are having co-working, which right now we have 11 companies in there. Well, the profile of Gdańsk Science National Park is mainly life science, ICT and IoT, and energy, and right now we are building the space aspect. Our role is to create the best environment for the development. It's to ensure an optimum location for companies. It's to facilitate the establishment of contacts and collaboration, which is the most important, and that's the role of Pomeranian Special Economic Zone. We have, as I said before, technology incubator. It gives you preferential lease term for 3 years. After this time, the company may stay in park on basic terms. It gives assistance in establishing cooperation and attracting business partners. It gives you legal advice and advises on funding of EU funds. In the end, it gives you the cooperation with the investors, use of the meeting rooms, of course, and promotion, which the park is able to give the firm. The virtual office gives you the address, professional handling of email, of calls, of correspondence, local phone number, and also a lot of discounts connected with the couriers or with the office supplies. The co-work, we have 16 co-work stations in open space where each of the firm or one-person firm can work individually, and the workplaces are equipped with office equipment, internet access, obviously, access to conference rooms, virtual office, data center. It's opportunity to participate in our courses, in our conferences, in all the events that are organized by the park and by the Pomeranian zone. We have information and consultation point and mobile information point on European funds, which gives you the ability to ask all the questions about the EU funds that you could possibly think of. We have free legal advice for our companies from the park, but also from the individuals who live in Gdańsk or in Gdynia, in the neighborhood. We are organizing a lot of events. One of those events, which we are hosting lately in August, was Women in IT, software testers. And in September, at the end of September, we are organizing Bioinnovation International Summit, which is about life science, about transferring of technology, about industry perspective in bioscience especially, and about what is probably the most important for the startups, about commercialization of innovative ideas. Well, we are hoping that some of you might be interested in cooperation with us, and maybe we will be able to work together in the future. Thank you.
So we will invite you to the special economic zone and to our offices, laboratories, and thank you.
Thank you very much. You got me at kindergarten. I might really consider this. But of course, it's a great place to be here, and a great place, and I can confirm because I have worked with the numerous companies that reside in here, and they are very good, and that's again very rich coming from me, since I am, as mentioned, from Gdynia. But now let's talk about space. This thing is about space, so adequately enough, I would like to welcome Professor Marek Moszyński from Polish Space Agency to talk about the things that are, interestingly enough, space.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, formally, I was presenting some information about Polish Space Agency already in a couple of events that were organized in Gdańsk region. However, for those who are new, Polish Space Agency headquarters are located in Gdańsk. Actually, you know that here, just in this park, and was established in 2014 by legal law and was started to operate in 2015. Now, after 1 year of operation, we are in 2016. And what is important, I was highlighting that the most important thing that agency should do, because it has its own mission in the market, is that we should in Poland establish a strategy and Polish national program for space operation. And actually we started to operate on a low level in some kind of, I would say, events already. However, this is what is most important nowadays for us living in Poland. So we started to cooperate with Ministry of Economical Development, and just a few news is that we recommended 2 high five, I would say. First 5 is that there are 5 fields that we should invest in a context of future development. First is security and safety of citizens in our country. Second is, I would say, what is second? Because sometimes it's difficult to calculate what is most important. So let's say that the second thing is agriculture. So better crops from our fields. Third, I would say maybe science and education, because this is the background for future development. 5 is environmental protection. Yes, 5 is environmental protection, and I skip one thing. The one thing is transportation. this is the place where where we are weak, actually, comparing with the other countries in Europe. And what we recommend: 5, space technology to implement what is needed. And probably you will say with me what are those 5 technology. First, I would say Earth observation. Second, navigation. Third, difficult to calculate what is third. I would say maybe space engineering. We are good in making instruments that are used later in some of the mission. Maybe I would say that telecommunication and integrated applications, because this integrated application is actually new trend, because we need to create a market for space products. So this technology would require some special approach, special logistic, how to integrate all the actors in our market to do what we need. So far, you as a businessman, as a science people, already participated in what is related to space development. There are some successes in our country. However, it's difficult to say that we are well organized. So we will propose to the Ministry of Economic Development 2 strategical programs. One related to creating in our country satellite observation system. You may call it upstream level. And the second thing, we need to create a background for ground system. I would say IT technology used in maintaining data taken from the space. So, finally, you understand what are our mission, because probably if the ministry will start running special programs related to implementing the strategy, we as an agency will take care and control somehow how the institution, companies which will do what is required in a form, not rather in a form of projects, but rather in a form of tenders, which will need to be implemented in a real situation, will be performing during development of this program. The space technology and implementing is specific because it's a long-term procedure. Actually, we say about 2030 as a target for developing these 2 strategical programs. So, saying about science and education, you understand why agency is here, because it's important to give the patronage to very important events that are related to science education. And this Space3ac is a very important event for us, so that's why we are here. We offered to the organizers, to our experts that are here in Gdańsk. First is Professor Cezary Szpech, the director of Department of Education, and the other, Professor Wiśniewski, will be with you in the afternoon event as a judge in the judge session, or very important moment for you, who is the best probably. And today with us is also a director of our office, Ms. Katarzyna Tylingo, who cooperate with the organizers, setting up the dates and so on, for our professor experts who are very passionate to participate in the event and help young people to do the best from the project they propose. So thank you for some couple of moments listening about probably most important things that will happen, because you probably see about space in media. There are rumors, of course. However, we need to stick to what is important, to create better future for our citizens. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed, but I do have to ask that question. My girlfriend, she's a psychologist, and she's 40, and she's asking if she can go to space. Do you need
Launching
that?
from Poland or from other countries?
Well, I think whatever.
Whatever.
But she just thinks that psychology is her, well, her strong point.
So, for a moment, so probably you understand that sometimes if you go to space, not the technological skills are very important, but there are different skills, and psychology is also very important because, as you know from many of movies, that the mind operates differently on Earth in space, and sometimes biologist could be the better person because he will know how to live
Okay.
in space.
Well, thank you very much. That leaves me with an option. I can send her to space now. Okay, well, okay now guys. Now from Blue Dot Solutions, I would like to welcome Michał Moros, another partner, Blue Dot Solutions. Big round of applause. Thank you.
Hello, it's nice to meet you and see all those happy faces, to see you that all together we have accomplished something great and that space, the startup scene and everything is growing in Poland. That's something which just 10 years ago seemed abstract, that it now is being created. So Blue Dot Solutions is a company which was created a few years back ago, first at Cosmonauta, then we got investment, actually first company in Poland to get investment from Black Pearls and Pump as a downstream company. And when we started, it seemed totally abstract. What's space? What's possible to do? But actually, we found our niche. So at first, we have been focusing on some consulting activities, going to international astronautical congresses, building a network. And then we said, okay, why not write some proposals? ESA, Horizon 2020, and actually some of the results you see here, like position project or all elements. The Space3ac is the element which started from all this. So we started to focus more on downstream activities, on things like managing the first Polish commercial stand at the International Astronautical Congress, and so on. So our experts have been active and maintaining a very big network of contacts, which allowed us to create something new. So position, many times mentioned before, so this is one of the things where our experts are participating. Another Horizon 2020 project is Kabil Avi, where we are working on procedures and popularization of the EGNOS system, especially for civilian aviation. But what we'd like to focus more is especially projects and more towards products. So one of the ideas was the space format feasibility study, which we conducted for the European Space Agency and the European Investment Bank in Jordan, where in the study we looked how integrated applications could be used for water management problems. And from the study, we are now conducting the follow-on product to be, which has potential to be an export product from Poland in the Middle East. Another project ongoing is the first attempt in Poland to link the insurance sector, especially from transportation, with integrated applications. The project has just recently started with ESA and with partners from here, also from this region. We are working on this, so look for interesting integrated applications insurance products very soon. Small projects which we also do, we manage the translations of the European Space Agency Polish website. If you go to ESA, you see ESA in your country. That's what we do on some of the extra time. But the products which we are mostly focusing on right now come from things like airport logistics, water management, smart cities. There are a lot of things which you don't really see at the moment, but they are ongoing. So there is a very big potential for space developments and space products which are being developed right now in Poland, right now here in Gdańsk. And we as a company, we first think of the market, of the possibilities which space technology gives, and then we are looking what can we done and how can we all make the world greater and earn a little money with it. So cosmonauta.net, that's actually how it started. It's the information website. It's still ongoing with sections in Polish and English and over 6,000 articles. What can we do? What can we offer? What we are looking for? We have a special link of space, downstream, and economic backgrounds. And here is the opportunity to look for partnerships, how to see how we can do something together, how we can bring new initiatives into the space industry. And that is also one of the backgrounds why we started Space3ac, that we wanted to grow the Polish space scene to see that something more can be done. And that's why we are here. So, in short, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. That was another party from Blue Dot Solution. And last but not least, I'd like to welcome to the stage from Incubator Startup Bartosz Wojtysiak. And he will talk about how the incubator started, contributed.
Well, hi, my name is Bartek, and I'm representing here business incubator Starter, which is run by Gdańsk Entrepreneurship Foundation, founded by City of Gdańsk. Well, as I see, I didn't follow the dress code. Sorry about that. I wasn't prepared for that, and till we are waiting for presentation. Oh, yes, it is. So first of all, I would like to congratulate to all participants of acceleration program. So if you are here here in this place, big up, you did a great job, and I hope you will give best pitch today, pitch as never before. So I'm pretty excited to hear what you have done. Okay, so let's go back to Starter. Let's skip that. We're trying to build and be a part of startup ecosystem here in Pomeranian region. So we are trying to provide knowledge from the best, founding top-notch presenters, pitch at InfoShare, go global, creative spaces, and live in a unique hub, which is called Clipster, which is pretty unique because it is first and only place in Poland which combines co-living, co-working, and co-creation. So I have to keep it short, so if you have any questions, just feel free to ask during the networking session. So right now I have to move on, but if you have a business to develop, just feel free to move into Clipster. Okay, of course, we are a business incubator, so we have an office space, we have a business courses, coaching, networking, and a lot of projects. Projects for beginners, people who want to start their new business right now, we're teaching them how to start it. Projects for kids and teenagers, we're trying to increase their entrepreneurial attitude, let's say that. And of course, projects for startups, and I want to say a few words about that. Just a photo proof, and right now, I would like to say a few words about Startup Zone, which we are organizing during the biggest IT and new media conference in Central and Eastern Europe. So I'm talking about the InfoShare. So you're more than welcome to visit us next year, because we're gonna do it once again for the third time, I guess, or fourth time. So we're gonna organize a Startup Zone with Startup Stage, lectures from the international speakers. We had the Startup Expo with more than 100 of startups. We had investors area to meet and network with investors, and of course startup contest with a prize for the best. Second one is the Started Rocket program, which was the first that big acceleration program in Gdańsk, and right now we made 2 editions so far. So it gave us experience to be a host of preparation camp for Space3ac acceleration program, and we made it in 3 days. We had 3 all-time workshops, 9 mentors, 13 teams and 8 winners, and I hope we will see each other today once again. So that's all from me right now. As I said, have no hesitation to ask me about anything about Starter during networking sessions. Thanks for your attention and have a good day. Thanks.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I was Martin from Incubator Startup. I can only say that when I visited Clipster for the first time, the facility that he mentioned, I was willing to move in, but they didn't let me. So now, apparently, we are a little bit of ahead of time. So you have 2 options: either go for a break or listen to me for another half an hour. But I think that you will choose right, and you will go for a break. But at around 1 o'clock, we have the lunch waiting for you guys downstairs. And downstairs, I mean -1. That's where the area for lunch is. And have fun then, because apparently after the lunch, we are going to have speed dating with the startups and special fairs where you can actually touch everything that they've prepared, especially some interesting things that they have done so far. And there is a scientific research that proves that after lunch, we are more agreeable to things. So it's a point of advice to all the investors. You know, be careful. You might be too agreeable. But anyways, thank you for this part. Thank you again to all the partners. Thank you to the startups. But remember, now we have the lunch. Now we have speed dating and fairs. And then at 4 o'clock in this full hectic agenda, we have the proper pitching sessions. And I hope to see as many of you during that, because those startups have prepared and worked really hard to have the pitches ready. So that's it.
Will there be any more partner presentations?
Yes. Yes. No worries. No. There will be, of course. But right now we have a break, lunch break, then some speed dating and fairs, and then this fabulous day continues. Thank you. My mistake. You can blame it on me. You can please still sit down for a second and... No, that was entirely my mistake. But I just wanted to see how you will react to this situation. That's my thing. Okay? Now we have Marta Moxa from 04. Yes. And then we will have you as the partner. Okay, Marta.
Hello. The good news is very short, so we are very pleased and very happy that Space3ac was really taking part in 04 too. So thank you very much. I would say that compared to Gdański, Technologiczny and Starter, if you're ready to trust the social research, they are like mothers to startup, and I would say 04 is like a father. So we are not nurturing, we are not incubating. We are now, what is our mission and our vision is that we are trying to put the not real startup in a real business situation, and because we are in a business center. This is the vision why 04 was even established. Can we just move on with the presentation? We don't have to, but it will be very useful.
Yes, I'm coming to you. Sorry, I'm coming.
Okay, so we've been established 18 months ago, and we are based on our 4 pillars. First pillar is, of course, smart space. We are true co-working with not only startups, but with freelancers, with small businesses, with foreign businesses headquarters. We have all kinds of companies in our O4, HR companies, NGOs, and small companies, and, for example, Blue Dot and Black Pearls. That's why these faces look familiar to me. So we have like over 50 companies right now and organizations and like over 300 members. And this is our first very important pillar, just to provide the space that really suits the needs of all kinds of businesses. The second pillar is, for me, the most important is education. It is in the end, but for me, it's the most important. We have all kinds of education from high school. Real high school is taking place in O4 to cooperation with universities, technical universities, and education for adults. So this is very important for us. The third part is funding. We do help with finding money, but not only investment, but also finding first clients. Because being a part of Oliver Business Center, the biggest commercial business center in Pomerania, we do have a lot of international companies there, and we do hope that this is the way you can find the first clients. And of course, the help with going globally. This is something that we really want to encourage our businesses to think globally and think themselves as a global businesses. We do have 2,500 square meters of space, and with all the facilities you need. But we also have, as I told you, hundreds of members, companies, and we do provide conferences, events, but most important, workshops, networking events, and what I mean networking is the place where, in the same place, president of Energa or ThyssenKrupp can meet the small business. This is why we're a little different. That's why I say father, because we are a little challenging startups. If we see them as children, we don't really help them like a mother, but we do give them choices and opportunities that mother can give. And we are located in Oliver Business Center, which is the host of the highest building in Northern Europe. Soon it's rising. And what we are now working on is our mentor program. We are having O4 in Boston, for example. We are gathering mentors from all over the world, from Poland, but also from Europe and from States. We are doing a program for students. Hopefully they are going to meet in O4 and they will find a way in O4 to think about themselves in the future. Either they want to be a professional or they want to be an entrepreneur. We will help them both. Yes? And hopefully some of you, if you have a success here in our preaching session, you will come to O4 and be our member, and I'm very encouraging you to do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. See, well, that was my mistake. But luckily, Marta was with us, so she could share a couple of stories on O4. And again, I can say that not only will you, those who will finally land their business in O4 will have a chance to use their amazing space, but maybe they might have some mentoring sessions with me then. Yeah, and those mentoring sessions will be about how to actually have, a lot of people think that it's a break when it's not a break. But now, from another partner, ITTI, I'd like Mr. Professor Witold Hołbowicz to share a couple of words with us. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. And thank you, sir, for paying.
One feature of our company you know already. We are persistent.
Yes.
We wouldn't come all the way from Poznan down here to see that the partner session is, terminating without us. So, okay. Well, I'm very pleased to find myself in such a group of exciting young people. The average age is very low. I can only imagine how low it will be if I am away. Yeah? So what I want to tell you is, well, I'm the oldest person in our company. I'm the founder of it and the president. And I want to tell you a few words of why we as ITTI are here. Well, a few words about who we are. It's for the first. The company is in operation for 20 years. We're just right now celebrating the 20 years of operation. We are 80 people, and the former full name was Instytut Technik Telekomunikacyjnych i Informatycznych Spółka ZOO. It then was abbreviated to ITTI with a small addition combining ICT and business. Well, what we do is what we've been doing for those 20 years. You know, in those 20 years, many things have changed, and we have gone through all the things. Well, we have always been doing consulting and applied research. And then the third item was acquired about 5 years ago when we started smart innovations and applications. This is all inside ICT. We are not. You can imagine that we would not be able to concentrate on space for the 20 years, and we are not concentrating on space these days. What we are doing is, we are working in the area of applied ICT, which is anything. Anything uses ICT. Now, we're having de facto specialization. So we have a sector of operation in telemedicine, we have in crisis management, we have products there, and right now we have about, I would say, 18 to 20 people active in space. So that's why I'm here. Well, we are a small and medium enterprise, so it's good. It probably we fall still within all those brackets with help for small enterprises. We are in the Polish, in the Poznań Park Naukowo-Technologiczny, although we are not incubated. For the obvious reasons, we are of age, to being 20 years of age. Now, we have a number of good things, but I skip it. Now, well, in terms of the ITI experience, we have clients all over, but we are, in terms of consulting, we are mainly operating in Poland. That gives us a very good understanding of what the client needs. We do a lot of work for the army, both in Poland and for the European Defense Agency. We are obviously doing a large number of projects for 5th, 6th, 7th, whatever, 8th / Horizon 2020. We are very often teaching others how to apply successfully. We normally yearly submit about 80 proposals to those programs, and yearly we have about 6 to 8 new projects. When we were awarded an award from the European Defense Agency, 3 organizations in Poland got that, and that was Wojskowa Akademia Techniczna, Politechnika Warszawska, and ourselves. So we try to match to good people. Now, we are developing innovative products in medical sciences, in crisis management, in knowledge management. That's for the military application, for the mission in Afghanistan, together with other partners in the European Defense Agency. Now, we right now have about 12 projects, I think 12 or 13. This 13th is being signed these days from ESA. Now, they range, if you are smart, and you will count the dots, and that's not 13. So that's 9, I think, in the screen. But there will be 3 others, like the newborn babies in the last 2 months. So they are not in the screen. Now, we try to use our own accelerator. We are older than any accelerator in Poland is. So we have to use our own acceleration. What is acceleration? Partners, by the way. That's why we are here. But we use partners. If you see, for example, the 2 projects that we have in the ground segment support software, we have projects which are most of them, 2 out of 3, are with the partnership of Vitrocis Belgium. Well, if they are 40 years in that business, and they are 2 physical kilometers from ESA headquarters, one of the, say, offices, I mean, they are in. So we are trying to catch up with the good. If you see, and that's for the human-machine interface and all the areas related to the ground equipment for the space missions. Now, these ones, SpaceWire protocol, are done with the Teletel Greece. Teletel Greece, I mean, in each of those 2 projects, we are the dominant partner. We are the leader of the consortium, but they are supplying us a part of their knowledge so that we are catching up. We have caught up already because we have acquired another one just on our own in the SpaceWire protocol. That's a protocol for interconnection on board the satellite, and we are doing test equipment for that. Space situational awareness we're doing with the Obserwatorium Astronomiczne of Poznań University. I'm a professor there for the ICT as well, but we're doing with specialized in astronomy. We are doing a special programs, a tool of programs, a set of software programs that will allow astronomers, individual astronomers all over the world to combine their individual efforts to have a joint result that would be useful for the ESA and others for the observation of asteroids, whatever, this object. And one of this project, and the other is for the space debris. And that's fine because once I told about this to my colleagues, they finally understood what we're doing. And they say, if I see a new debris in my garden, and that's probably coming from the space, well, that's you. Finally, when I've been looking for the presentations of my previous, speakers, they were saying about very innovative things like insurance and I forgot about this aqua business and everything. We try to do the same as well. We probably are the same program. That's, for example, this DART, direct air transport, is an attempt to use private small airplanes, very small, to be used as taxi. Like some people say, we are doing an air Uber. Okay, so we are trying to use somebody else's, say, transportation means, their private ones, plus taxi stands, meaning airports, small airports, and to combine them with the clients. And that's done together with the Aeroklub Polski and with the Instytut Lotnictwa. I should have known their English names. But okay, so plus we are doing, currently we are doing 3 or 4, I think 4, feasibility studies for the Polish sectors. I know that we are leading the one for the SSA, and there is a lot of political tension inside that, and some people might be aware. All right, so much for us. Now, well, a colleague of mine who is specializing in the space activities wrote what we are interested in, anything. That doesn't matter that much. I think the last slide is probably most interesting for this audience. Why are we here? What are we looking for? As I told you, we are not here to keep you away from lunch. We're just here to tell you, I know we are doing that, but well, we are open for cooperation in space. That means we have 20 years of experience. Is it an asset? Sort of, okay. We have right now many projects for ESA. We have a strategy to increase its portfolio of our development work. Now, we have done a number of times a SWOT analysis of what we have. We have a working tool in a non-space application for crisis management, that's for simulation. It's used in a number of clients' premises in Poland. We want to go with that abroad. So for that simulation, we are about to combine it for the space applications. We are determined, we have a large experience, positive experience, when building win-win cooperation with independent partners. We are by definition, even though we have roots from academia, from university, we are oriented towards making a win-win interaction. We are big enough to be attractive, and we are small enough to be dynamic. And so that combination, together with our history, might do okay. The chairman is already standing up. Yeah, I'm finishing. This just to be okay. We are interested in the expansion outside pure software products. We are good in software products, but we want to talk to somebody who can maybe make that more solid, okay? And because that would be more seriously perceived by potential non-ESA partners, and these are prime contractors. And for the prime contractors like aerospace or Banning or whoever, we are tiny guys. We have to be a little bit bigger. We have to take some fat on us. A large experience in bringing added value to clients. This is very often in the projects. People hate talking to clients. We love talking to clients. Excellent brand name in Polish space sector. I think we are in the top 5 companies or institutions active in the Polish space sector, arguably. Okay, maybe top 7, I don't want to argue. And that's it. We are open for partners interested in finding mutually beneficent cooperation platform. I've come all the way from Poznan to tell you this. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. One good thing about persistency is that without it, we wouldn't have a chance to hear to that energetic presentation. Thank you very much. And now we have project position partners to be thankful for. So please give a big round of applause for GSA Space Tech Partners Blackbirds VCs. Yes, that's the time where you thank the project position partners. And I would like to welcome Jacopo Varelli from... No? Yeah? See, don't confuse me anymore. I've already confused a whole bunch of people here. So, Jacopo Varelli from a European GNSS agency. The stage is yours.
Hello, good morning everybody. So actually I'm from European GNSS agency, but just remind I'm a consultant for them. And here today I will spend a few words on the role of European GNSS agency and on the status of Galileo. So the mission of the European GNSS agency is to support European Union with regards to the GNSS programs that, as you know, we talk about global satellite navigation systems. And in particular, the GSA is taking care of the market development and the operations of the system. And it is a mid-sized agency based in Prague with around 140 members of the staff. And other locations are also in France, Spain, and UK with regards security and other activities related to the operation of the system. How does GSA fit in the European Union structure? Well, first of all, we have the Council and the European Parliament providing the political oversight to the program. Then we have the European Commission that acts as a program manager. And then we have the execution that is delegated to European Space Agency for what regards the upstream parts. So we talk about deploying the hardware of the system, and so sending satellites over the space. And the European GNSS agency in the left bottom part of the slide concerning the downstream activities so related to the application and the market development. That is the department I work for. So when we talk about Galileo, just a small update, we talk about the worldwide navigation system made in European Union. It is fully interoperable with GPS. It is constituted of different services, including the open service that is free of charge. And it is implemented in a stepwise approach. So we are entering now in the initial operational capability phase, thanks to the 14 satellites already delivered to the space, and the 4 others are yet to come in the 2016. And in the 2020, we will finally achieve the full operational capability with the system fully deployed of 30 satellites. Still, we have to consider that the positioning arena is quite crowded. Indeed, we have other positioning technologies such as Wi-Fi, inertial sensor, or the capability of telecommunication to provide positioning, even more enhanced thanks to the 5G in the future. And moreover, we have not only the GPS as an alternative technology, but we have also GLONASS and Beidou, that are respectively the Russian and the Chinese system. And in this context, we have to consider that all the systems will be capable of working together. So you will have in your smartphone, for example, a better accuracy, a better availability, and a reduced time to first fix. And moreover, Galileo is working, the program is working towards providing some differentiators that, of course, are important because they are thought to be provided to the citizen, to the civil, because it is also a big difference. Galileo is the only GNSS that is intended, is created and managed for a civil use, while all the others, their main purpose is for a military use. And indeed, Galileo aim to provide increased robustness, a better precision, a signal authentication, able to make application developed, geolocation application way more secure. And the return link capability, that is about search and rescue activities that will be better influenced by this. Moreover, another program managed co-managed by GSA is EGNOS, that is a satellite-based augmentation system that is working together with GPS and Galileo and provides further enhanced accuracy all over Europe. It is really focusing on the European geography. And finally, let's say that it is our activity that is our goal is really to bring the benefits of this innovative technology to users, to citizens, and then European industry. And we have achieved already some results. It is the case in the rail sector, in which the technology will be used for the European rail traffic management systems, or maritime, in which Galileo has been recognized as a worldwide radio navigation system for use in the regulated domains. It is an important achievement. In aviation, EGNOS is really used already with more than 350 procedures in all over Europe, able to assist flights in landing procedures. In road as well, we have EGNOS already implemented in tolling schemes all over Europe, in four schemes in Germany, for example, or in Belgium will be implemented soon. Then we have EGNOS and Galileo really used also in agriculture and high precision sector, in surveying, in which most of the devices sold really integrates those technology. So for me it's all, and well, I hope in the afternoon to see many good projects from you and startups.
Yes, the startups will be waiting. Thank you very much, Jacopo. And now, thank you very much. And now from Space Tech, I'd like to welcome Rainer Horn, another great partner.
Hello. Good afternoon. So I'm hopefully the last one holding you from lunch today.
No,
not
you are
yet.
not.
Oh. Okay, very briefly. We got attracted to the Polish system through a study we did for ESA back in 2012, 2013, where they asked us to look into Central Eastern Europe and the new emerging members of the ESA to see what the technology potential is. And through that analysis, we already met some people, and especially super networkers like Chris. And then in 2013, 14, we discussed that we would want to work more specifically harvesting the market of Poland for space innovation, because there's a lot to do. There's great IT companies, and there's a great interface with the space ecosystem here. And whenever I come back here to this beautiful city of Gdansk, today in wonderful weather, it's always nice to see how vibrant this is, and I think some of the people with the energetic presentations brought across what is really happening here. Briefly about Space Tech. We're a consultancy firm, an investment advisory, and soon also investment firm. We're a neutral company. We're independent, working mostly for institutions like the GSA, the European Commission, and ESA. We're a very international team, currently 14 nationalities in our team, but we don't have 100 and something people like the GSA to achieve that. So we work mostly from Munich and Brussels, and I would like to show that we also have people that are from Poland. Margot, maybe you stand up briefly. Margot is from Poland, so if you had your dose of English language, she has a track record in helping Polish companies with access to finance. So we are working in satellite communication, navigation, Earth observation, the full spectrum from policy all the way to helping technically companies, small startups in getting their products commercialized. We work in management consulting, program management, communication, and helping startups with financing. We have a very, very international team, satellite navigation. We also work beyond Europe. We help bridging the gap to Asia, helping to internationalize big time. Many companies also from Central Europe have used these services. And we work with Jacopo and the team on various market development initiatives with the GSA. In Earth observation, we are also very active. We are reaching out with Copernicus across Europe in user uptake initiatives and working on defining what the next generation of Copernicus should be. In Satcom, as mentioned before, we work a lot with ESA and with other institutions. Now, likewise, we see a few neighboring areas that are equally relevant in an aviation-strong and technology-strong place like Poland. Drones, I think we saw some drones outside on display. We are coordinating a project called Drone Rules, which is providing transparency which drones can fly where and when in Europe for the European Commission, but also for everybody's use. And a number of robotic operations which we're also serving. Now, what's certainly very interesting also for Poland, because you're a new space nation in this regard, a lot of things are happening at the interface of IT and space, and we're occupying this space, having recently published a number of studies in this field. And we also work with a number of the primes in commercializing some of their latest innovation. So if you have any questions in this regard, let us know. We're working with some leading early stage investment funds as venture advisors, and when we find it appropriate, we also invest ourselves. So if you have any questions in German or in Polish or in French, whatever, we have a number of people here. Looking forward to meet you, and in particular meeting the startups this afternoon in the one-on-ones. Thanks.
Thank you. And now, last but not least, Wojciech Drewczyński from Black Pearls, another startup partner for the Position project.
So it will be quick because I know that you would like to join lunch session. I would like to tell you something more about Black Pearls. As a Black Pearls, we are the biggest capital fund in northern Poland. We specialize in investing money in startups and managing capital funds, and also in research and development, commercialization. We got 33 companies in our portfolio. Till the end of last year, we invested almost 25 million zlotys. And we are open for cooperation with private co-investors. In our 33 companies, we've got 36 private co-investors. So if you would like to invest money with us, feel free to ask us how to do it. Our companies created over 300 work places, so our money is working to do something really good for Polish economy. We participated in almost 100 events and visited a lot of countries. Is there my presentation? One moment. Okay, no problem. So our team is interdisciplinary. We got also very experienced investors and very experienced entrepreneurs that, yeah, this is my presentation. This is our numbers, yeah, that I mentioned. So we received over 600 projects last year. And yeah, this is our team, some of very experienced investors and very experienced entrepreneurs. So this is the value that we can gain to our startups. All of these guys can help you in the development of your idea. So space industry is, of course, a very important part of our business, one of our 3 investment activities. We are a part of European Satellite Navigation Competition, Position Virtual Acceleration Program, Space3ac. We also invest money in technologies that improve our life and in agriculture. So our goal to the end of this year is to have in management 100 million zlotys. So we are going to launch a couple new funds. We are also going to launch a private fund that will be focused on Baltic Sea region. So if you would like to invest money with us for research and development projects, feel free to catch our guys during the break or lunch, or on the networking party. So we also cooperate with universities and research centers, and I think that it's a good time to move to the lunch. So thank you very much for attention, and yeah, see you later.
Thank you very much, but please don't take away the pleasure of inviting you guys for lunch once again. Okay, now it's really lunchtime, and now, so don't be suspicious, I'm not joking anymore. You can enjoy lunch now for 1 hour, and then from 2, starting at 2 precisely, we have the speed dating with the startups, and we have some fairs, so you can actually experience firsthand everything that they prepared, and then we meet for the final pitch competition. Okay, thank you.